Okay, this is table number 9. This is all steam related again. There's no internal combustion engines here. Whoops. So this is a Parken. This company's still in operation, believe it or not, but they don't make steam engines anymore. They make, I guess, industrial type of machinery, based in Melbourne, Victoria, about 1950s. So this engine looks very similar to the Parken. I don't think they're related in any way. This is a SteamCo, what's it say, STC1. I think these are still available to purchase now. I think that company's still in operation. They're an Australian company. So this is, so Julian Wood, he made this engine. This is a copy of the first motorcycle. He's put his little Stirling engine in this little motorcycle. So this is a hot air engine. It's not, doesn't use steam as such. So Julian Wood's he's from England. So Julian Wood also made this little engine. I'm not sure if I can show you there. It's got two pistons, one inside each other. Can't turn that with one hand. So that particular engine was in the Benz cart that I've now put I've put Jin's R18 engine in it. So you'd recognise this base if you follow the Chinese engines. So when I swapped the engine out, I just mounted this engine on this base, just so that I could start it again. So that's a Stirling engine, this one. Same as this one, Stirling engine. So this is another Stirling engine. This was given to me by my brother-in-law from Vietnam. This was made in Vietnam. It's made from beer cans and computer parts. So I'm not sure if you can read it now, but on the inside of that cylinder, it's got the brand of the beer can. This is a hard drive out of a computer. So that runs all right. So this is another Stirling engine. These were made by Solar Engines in Arizona, USA. This is another no, this is a hot air engine or a flame liquor or a flame golloper or a hot air engine. People call them different things. So this uses an external flame, and there's a little hole in the end of the piston, and there's a little under there. There's a little lever or little valve. So the valve opens and shuts. Not sure if you can see that, but it uses pressure on the back of the piston to push it forward. So this particular one I bought from Hong Kong, ordered it on a Friday night, and it turned up on the Monday morning. Come with this personal little card and a little thank you and a couple of coins. So I would have bought this, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago now. Anyway, I just thought that was good, that coming with that engine. So this is another little flame liquor. This was made by this guy here. He made a little hit and miss engine that I bought off him. So he lives in Cyprus. I actually bought this second hand off someone else who couldn't get it to run, and it wouldn't run because that just in there is the tiniest grub screw that you'd ever see, and that was slipping, so I've drilled it and put a new grub screw in it. But that's your cam timing for opening and shutting the little valve on the front. This is another hot air engine. I call it the vintage hot air engine because it looks quite old. I don't know the history on it. It's got nice flywheels on it. It does make a little popping sound when it runs. I put it on that little trolley on that little base, but oops, keep doing that. Yeah, over time this little trolley, every time I touch it, something breaks off it. So I'm not sure what's going on with that little trolley, but I want to try and repair that somehow because that was a nice little trolley at one stage. So this is a Microcosm engine. It just uses, you know, you put your fuel in the bottom, a flame, and as it turns to steam, it just spins. So it's a Hero's engine, come out of China. This one, I've got no idea. It's just a little engine. This, I reckon this was the first engine I ever owned, this little thing. But I've got no details on that, I can't remember. So this one here is a SEL 1530 Junior. These were made around 1940s to 1950s in England. I don't think my light's not the best. Yeah, it's just a little engine. This one here, this is a Robert Fulton vertical. This was made somewhere around the 1940s or 50s. This one actually uses 115 volts, and I've taken the cord out of it. This one's stuffed, it's got a hole in it, little hole just there. I thought I might be able to repair that, but yeah, I just never bothered with it. So this one's a Renown steam roller. I can't spell steam very well, can I? This is the Renown steam roller, Australian made. This one needs a bit of work. Someone's attempted to solder the boiler, or I think they were trying to repair this actually. So that needs a repair, and I think while I've got it apart, I'll repair these little dings in the front cover there. And I just need to make a new, what do you call it? Little burner for it. So this is another Renown. This one, this is known as the Renown 101. So this is probably around the same era, probably around the 1950s. So this one here resembles a Renown. It's a horizontal. I'm not sure what it is. You know, it's got all the same features as the vertical. But you know, I'm thinking that because it's got your hole going through the boiler. So to use the boiler off this one, they would have had to cap it off, make a new cap, you know, bore a hole through your boiler. Anyway, it's a bit of a mystery, that one, I don't know. So onto the Kenneth Wells traction engine. This was, these come out in, so Kenneth Wells, he was a school teacher and he wrote a few different books, and those books featured some of these engines on metalwork. And so these were school projects for a while. You could actually make these in school until the fun police took over and banned making this sort of stuff in schools. So this is the stationary engine, which is also in the book. So being that these were made by kids and students and hobby machinists and whatever, there's a lot of variations in these engines because a lot of different people would add their little touches to it or change it or do something with it. Moving on to the Rectilinear engine. This was made by Stewie Martin here in Australia. So this is a James Booth design from the 1843. This has got quite a unique motion to it. So you've got your stationary cylinder down there. So this has got a few. I think you got gearing here for you can change forward and reverse just by winding that. This was another one of Stewie's machines that he made. So this is a Coomber Rotary engine. This was designed by Mr. W.A. Coomber around about the 1880s. So this uses, I'll turn it around this way. So it's got a piston through here, and the piston turns inside that ring and it makes that rod, makes your piston go backwards and forwards. So you've got a governor control up here for your speed. Yeah, it's not a bad little engine. And there's some valves inside here which determine when the steam would be putting on or would be fed into either side of the piston. This was another of Stewie Martin's creations. This is his little clacker. So he used to cast all his own flywheels and make everything. This is a little double acting piston. This one. So he's named that the clacker. You might notice a lot of his engines have got a name. This one was the Wigman for the Goose's Gander. I don't know if this one's got a name on it. It doesn't look like it has. Anyway, on to the last engine. So it's a Marshall 3/4 inch scale made in the UK. This is a beautifully made little machine. It's it runs on coal. It's really nicely made. It's got some features that are like absolutely tiny. So my father, when we were kids, he had one of these, like a real one, and we used to play on it, and later on in life we used to try and restore it. We started to restore it. So we've got little valves there. So yeah, this is a beautiful little machine, this one. Let's see if I can undo that. No, can't undo it. It's got your little feed water pump there. Your firebox chimney, I should say. That's a nice little machine, that one. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you very much.